YouTube, let's get it. Back with another vid, YouTube. It's your boy Big Gap. I had a couple of guys on the comment section wanted me to do a comparison of the eRevo and the arrma Nero, the eRevo 2.0 and the arrma Nero with no diff brain. Just a small comparison, man. I was kind of hesitant on doing this video because I don't know the name of a lot of the parts, you know what I'm saying? So you guys have to just bear with me on that. But you know, when people come with certain things in the comments, man, you know, a lot of times I try to get to it. A lot of times, you know, my intentions are great, my intentions are good, but I just either forget or I never have really had the time to get around to it. So I was just gonna do a quick video tonight, man, on some of the parts, man. This is the vehicle that traxxas sued arrma about, which is the arrma Nero, the Nero series. They have the Big Rock, they have the Faison, and they have the this one, and they have one like this with the diff brain in it. This is the one with no diff brain, and this is your eRevo 2.0. Also trying something new. I'm actually holding the camera in my hand this time. So without further ado, let's peel these tops, man, and get into it. Hopefully I have it in a good angle so you can see both, you know, both body parts or whatever, to be able to see them real good. All right, here we go. I'm not gonna pick a winner between this because most of the people who, you know, have been watching my videos from the start, yeah, they know that the Nero is my favorite car. So, you know, for, you know, maybe for like nostalgia reasons, the fact that you can't really get them anymore, and I like it a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's no need, this really not a you know, a winner or a loser video. This is something to compare the parts, this, you know, to see the reason why they got sued, and you know what you think about it. Should they been able to sue or not? But here we go, let's get into it. First, we start off with the shocks. The eRevo shocks, man, they're pretty good, man. They're pretty good shocks, but if you look at them, they're 10th scale size shocks. They're not 8th scale size shocks, which meaning the length and the width, they're just not that thick. And when you come over to the Nero, as you can see, they're much fatter. These are true 8th scale shocks right here. But both of them are adjustable. They both are threaded body, plastic caps on both, on that one and on that one. But as you can see, they both threaded body shocks, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing for both vehicles. That's a plus. So yeah, that's how that suspension looks. Front right there, rear right there. You have the front on the eRevo and the rears on the eRevo. Let me try to get my light in a better position so we can see both cars just about the same. All right, I think that's a little bit better. Those are the rears for the eRevo, and those are the rears for the Nero. All right, so the next thing is this right here. I don't know what, like I said, I don't know the name of some of these parts, so you know, I'm still, you know, kind of new to it. Haven't really had to do any work or order any of those, so I don't know what they're called. But these right here on the Nero, they're super thick. They're longer and they're super thick. And that's where the rod goes from the bottom of the A-arm up to the actual shock. I mean, it hooks into the actual shock. But yeah, they're super thick. And when you look at them right here on the eRevo, they're almost as thick, not quite as thick, but it's not made out of as much material either. So you get a good look in there. It's not really made out of as much material as it is on the, you might see it better in the back. On the, see, it's kind of skeletonized a little bit more than the one that's on the Nero. But when you get down to the linkage that holds it together, the eRevo feels actually a little bit thicker than the one that's on the Nero. It does feel a slight bit thicker, but the Nero one is much shorter. So you know how it is with steel. The shorter it is, sometimes it's a little more durable because it's shorter. And a lot of people was having problems with this pulling out on the e-Revo, and I haven't had that problem with my e-Revo. It's doing awesome, or on my Nero. But as you can see, it's a little bit thicker on the e-Revo. This bar right here that goes to the suspension thingy, it's a little bit thicker than on the Nero, but the Nero is shorter. Then you look at the drive shafts right here in the front. On the e-Revo, it's like the piece of aluminum. It's a long, skinny piece of aluminum that sits right here, right there. That long piece of aluminum that sits right there. And on the e-Revo, it's these thick, I don't know what you call it. I don't know if something is on the inside of it, but these drive shafts right here are super thick. They're super duper thick on the on the Nero, and on the e-Revo, they're a little bit thinner. They're just slim, a little more slim. And all right, what's next? What else can we look at next? See, on the e-Revo, you can't really see the drive shaft, so I can't really compare the drive shaft, the actual drive shafts, because you can't see it. But on the Nero, you can see it. It's right there. It's made kind of like how these are made, and it's going down the center at an angle, then it comes back over at an angle. In the back there, you have to really get down there. You can see down. Let me see if you can see where my finger is, but right down there. So that's basically, you know. Then as you see that the e-Revo has the Nero has a cage, and it has vertical plate chassis. It has a vertical plate chassis, but both of them, this one has the side battery trays. The e-Revo has the side battery trays, and the Nero has the tray that falls out at the bottom and drops out, where you can load them in from the bottom. If y'all can see that, you load the batteries in from the bottom and stick the lead through the hole, and you can plug it right into the plugs or whatever. Also, the A-arms. If you look at the upper A-arm on the e-Revo 2.0, it's thick. It's definitely thick, but it's slim. It doesn't have a lot of width to it. And the bottom ones do. The bottom ones are pretty wide. It has a nice V, and they're super duper thick. When you come over to the Nero, the upper A-arms in the front are much wider. They're a lot wider, but the thickness feels about the same. The thickness feels about the same. And on bottom, it's a little bit more rubber on the bottom also. When you look at this one, plastic on the bottom, it's just like a V. And this one has it has the little shapes and all that stuff on the inside. So it's a little bit thicker. When you look at the way the bumpers are set up, they kind of set up the same also, because they have the hole with the two pins holding it on. The only difference on the Nero, it has this extra piece right here, and on the e-Revo it doesn't. But they definitely look similar. So it is a lot of similarities to these cars, a whole lot of similarities to these cars.